this band has been on the scene for 30 years. I've read on the forums that many people said that you shouldn't be opening up for Hammerfall, but Hammerfall should be opening up for you.
Wait a minute, are those guys around?
I don't know.
You know, that's a very nice thing to say, and you know, our fans are very loyal and positive. But you know, really, it's an honor for us to be here with Hammerfall. They invited us personally. It wasn't done through record companies or management. It was, you know, Joachim had invited me personally for Vicious Rumors to join them. So those are the kind of tours you really want to be on when the headliner really wants to have you. And we were honored to play with them. They're such a great band. So professional and great people, so we're just having a great time with them, and it's a pleasure to be on the road with them, and I think it's a great mix.
Let's talk about your last album, Razorback Killers. Some of you guys have been, this has been your first album with this band, so how was this working for you?
It's been working out great. I've been touring with the band since before the Warball album was recorded, but this is the first time where I had the opportunity to, I guess, become a full recorded member, and it's really an honor to be working with these guys. Okay. It's been, I mean, I'd heard about the band before I joined it from some of my international student friends, and they just couldn't believe that I was from the same area and wasn't into them. It was just a matter of ignorance, I guess. But after hearing so much about them and then getting the opportunity to play with them, it's been, they've taken me all over the world, and it's been a real life-changing experience.
The last album came out 5 years ago. Why does it take you 5 years to make an album? I mean, other bands usually do it in like 2 or 3 years, and...
We figured that if we put out an album every 5 years, we'll be dead, and then, no,
What's so funny?
You know, the whole dead thing, you know, we are the living dead, but no, we're hard at work all the time.
Yeah, but you tour a lot and you do a lot of shows.
Yeah,
and
if we had a recording engineer on the road, we'd do more live albums and stuff like that, but it's, you know, it takes a long time to, you know, focus, buckle down and write this stuff and make it happen and put it together.
Do you write it while you're on the road, or after every tour, do you sit down and say to yourselves, okay, we're going to do something new now?
It's a good thing to sit down and relax and have some food, relax, a little drink, a little smoke, and sit down and jam and rock. And Jeff starts coming up with some riffs, and they always fit my double bass patterns, and I have a good time with it. And then we start throwing it all together. That's how we do it.
You know, really, the 5-year gap thing is not—it's not like an intentional thing. It's just when you have a band that's been together for 30 years, there's a lot of ups and downs, and just keeping all that together. Really, it was just unavoidable circumstances, changing record companies, changing members, things that led to those gaps. We're really on a strong roll right now. This is probably the best year of Vicious Rumors' long career has been 2011. At the end of this tour, we'll have done 91 shows, and in Europe alone. And so we.
How do you get the energy to do all these shows? I mean, that's like every 2 days, 3 days to do a show.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's just in our blood, man. It's in our blood. I mean, we're made for this. And we love the action, like I said, and you know, having a year like this, the momentum that we have right now, our plan is to go home after this tour, totally focus on the new record.
No resting.
We'll sleep when we're dead.
No rest for the weekend.
And go back in the studio and come back strong next year with this kind of momentum. So hopefully the 5-year gaps are all over. And but you know, the great thing about the Vicious Rumors following is that our fans have stuck with us the whole time, and so we don't want to keep them waiting quite so long this time.
I wanted to ask you about the power metal scene in America. And power metal is more oriented to Europe and Germany, so what's it like in America?
Is there one?
It's very underground. Yes, we have one. We have a good one going in Portland, but it's very underground. Where I live out in Portland, Oregon, but it's underground, and it's very strong, and you got the dedicated diehards there, but it's just a lot fewer. It's very fewer than it is here in Europe.
Do you see the difference between the audiences in America and in Europe? Here?
Because you got
Absolutely.
definitely.
You know, last night we played to a fantastic audience in Belgrade and throughout Europe. I just noticed that the fans here, they come to the show with, to me, as much passion and desire as we have. And, you know, they get here early and they stay to the end, and they're there to soak it all in and really make the best night of it. I think the problem is in some places in America and even in Western Europe is that there's so many shows and things coming through that sometimes people can get a little jaded about why they're there in the first place. But
well, there's no consistency.
you know, it's just great to play for an audience that's so enthusiastic about it, because it really brings out the performance in us too. And you know, last night I was doing an interview where, you know, because Larry and I are kind of the godfathers of the tour, and you know,
Like in the movie, or?
Yeah, making an offer he can't refuse.
so some of the younger guys in the bands, you know, look up to us as, you know, guys that have done it for so many years, and you know, ask us stories, and you know, we're sharing stories with them, and
We got books.
And,
books to
You got-
read.
do you have photographs? Or?
Yeah, but there's a family version and the rated X. Well, you know, we'll save that.
so you know, so it's great. It's great to be on the road with these guys. And I did an interview recently where they asked me, you know, is it hard for you guys to keep up with the younger band's energy? And I just looked him dead in the eye and I said, it's the other way around. And at the end of the show, he came up to me and he goes, you know what, you're right, it is. And that's one thing I'm very proud of, is like all these guys sitting right here give 110% every night. And that's one thing I think, that when people come to see Vicious Rumors, they walk away with the feeling like they just got their ass kicked, and that they just saw a band that's not up here going through the motions or something. We live and breathe this stuff every day, and so when the lights come on, the wheels start turning and the animal comes out, and it's time for Vicious Rumors.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for this interview, and I hope you have a great show tonight.
Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
This is Brian Allen from Vicious Rumors. You're watching Metal I.